step back and watch the chef cook.
You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb. I'm a G, I know how a G17 works. I'm a beast, I done moved grass all on this turf. Before the pandemic, face mask gonna work, yeah. Feast with the guys, glad bag full of work. Used to help Miss Diane with her bags out of church, cause she let us play them steps from the first to the first. It's like we shared clothes, your dirt was my dirt. You don't need to have a foreign, I saw minivan skirts. We had bitches on the bus, I ain't never chased no skirt. Diamond chains cause I'm up, she just think I'm trying to flirt. When the lights hit my chain, all my diamonds do the jerk, yeah. Deep in the rap, don't miss your blessings in the verse. Make him buy a storefront, you're more precious than the purse. If you gotta have that purse, make his ass go berserk. We world champs now, this just come with the perks. Woo! You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. They had me 6 hours, I said 17 words. I'm like Shady in the snow, I spun, I'm so superb. A legend still remains when his flesh is in the earth. And if they raid your tomb, may they fall upon a curse. Yeah, this 9 I keep for backup. With this I wanted chip, we ran plays. They need to build a statue for this shit. Big plays, a sleigh couldn't get you through this shit. More grams than Brandon, fiends rushing for a hit. The priest sitting out a diner while you niggas giving tips. You gon' get a C-section, all that pushing through your lips. I hold it desert straight, a shooter told me do my dips. You're just photogenic, not a boss, I'm convinced. Niggas practicing hard for them obituary pics. Shooters watching the gram for them locations of your pics. Linebacker Brunson, call me if you wanna hit. We world champs now, that just come with this shit. Let's go! You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds.
Thank you. You're far too kind. You're far too kind, man. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles, man. Thank you. You're far too kind. I gotta let that be known to the Dallas Cowboys fans. I want to thank you in advance. I want to thank the Cowboys fans in advance. Well, not even in advance. Y'all earned this. I want to thank Cowboys content creators. Welcome back. Welcome back to the meaningful rivalry that is Eagles Cowboys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Just understand that you were moved out of your spot for a while by the Commanders, who obviously weren't here very long, but welcome back. Now, it's not like the old times where we're fighting for the division. That's pretty much done. But welcome back, Dallas Cowboys. It is now about the Eagles and the Cowboys, how it should have been for a very long time. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? And it was a parade last night. Apparently, there was a parade last night. The Cowboys won something. I just don't know what it was. LaWallace Pratt, thank you for the super chat, my guy LB. These Cowboys fans, hilarious. And they really talk about us. They always talk about us, but they want to make it seem like it's us. Fly Eagles fly. You already know. Thank you for the super chat. Marcus Craig, thank you for the super chat. They acting like the Cowboys are Super Bowl bound. It's hilarious, man. It's hilarious, man. These guys just lost, I think, 2 straight, dead in the water. You know what I mean? And now after 1 win against a 2-win team, you know, they're apparently Super Bowl bound going into a matchup with us. But I will say this. It don't matter who your opponent is. You handle business, and they looked dominant last night. So the opponent really doesn't matter, honestly. But this is what the Cowboys do. They're known for beating up on abused, battered football teams and claiming the victory as if it was some type of Super Bowl run. This is what they do. Man. So, you know, I'm not really, whatever. We'll see you next week. This week, we'll see you Saturday, Sunday, whenever we going to see you. Have that same energy. Put up 30 against us. Like we not the Raiders. We're not the Raiders. Let's talk about the heads that we got on the mantle this year. We got the Chiefs head on the mantle, the Lions, the Packers. Let's talk about the head, the Cowboys head already on the mantle. Let's talk about the heads that's on the mantle already. The Minnesota's head is on the mantle. Like, we're going to do the same thing to the Raiders. The Raiders are just a pass-around toy. Everybody's going to get a chance against the Raiders. Like, come on, bro. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the same thing. You know, but like I said, it is what it is. And if y'all like it, I love it. Because everybody know what the litmus test is. Can you beat Philly? Can you beat Philly? No matter what you think we do good or what you think that we do bad, when the clock strikes 0 in the fourth quarter, the Bucks? I forgot we spanked the Bucks up. When the clock strikes 0, the Rams, I forgot we spanked the Rams up. Come on. We've been spanking shit this year. All these top dogs who everybody say we're gonna lose to. But when the clock strikes 0, in the fourth quarter, where are you going to be? Are you going to have more points or less points than us? I don't care if it's 7-6 and we win. Are you going to win the game? I don't think so. Geno Smith don't have no pass catchers. We have everything. We have everything, right? Don't forget who we are because y'all beat the Raiders. But, you know, just to talk about that matchup a little bit, because we do play these guys this week. I think Lane Johnson being out is going to be a significant advantage for them. This is a trap game. Like, I'm not going to come into this and say, like, they don't have no chance. Hell, I got to respect my opponent, bro. They could score. They could score. And that defensive line looks to be a problem in the making. Like, we just gonna call a spade a spade. But we got the best defense in the league, not nobody else. We held 2 teams under 10 the last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this game in the dome, people don't want to give us this. The conditions for throwing the ball in the last 2 games for the Eagles, there aren't an excuse. That's not an excuse for the passing game looking the way it looked the last 2 weeks. But we wasn't in a dome looking bad. I'll tell you that. It was freezing in Green Bay, and it was windy as hell in Philly against the Detroit Lions. So it's not really an excuse, but this game in the dome, in the greatest stadium in the NFL, apparently, I got us showing up and showing out on the offensive side of the ball, man. I got my defense making more stops than their defense. Like, it is what it is. I got the Eagles winning that game. But Lane Johnson not being in the game will be a point of concern for the Philadelphia Eagles. It will be. We got to figure something out. We got to do something. But, you know, we know Lane Johnson is out. The Liz Frank situation, it is what it is. You know what I mean? 4 to 6 weeks. I didn't hear anything about IR, but, like, if you're going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, they should just put you on IR. Like, we need Lane Johnson for the long haul, and I think that should be the mindset of the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I mean? I think that should be the mindset of the Philadelphia Eagles, wanting to need Lane Johnson for the long haul. So I expect Lane Johnson to be out the whole 4 weeks, if not longer. The brutal part of our schedule is kind of over. You know what I mean? But we still got to take shit serious because we are firmly in that number 1 seed. We own a tiebreaker over everybody that's important. You know what I mean? In the conference. And the Philadelphia Eagles got to do their due diligence, man. So this week, man, some interesting stuff came out. Some interesting things came out this week from Derek Gunn and Seth Joyner, man. Everybody was talking. And, you know, these reports that have come out from Seth Joyner, Derek, honestly, but at the end of the day, man, I think a lot of people hope that this is the case. You know what I mean? A lot of people hope that this is the case, man, but I can't fully eat that. I can't eat that. You know what I mean? I can't fully eat that, man, because at the end of the day, I feel like that a lot of this has to do with Jalen Hurts having so many different play callers over the span of his career, and it just not materializing into what we needed to materialize to at times. Like, for instance, this is A.J. Brown's route tree from last week or from Sunday Night Football, man. This is A.J. Brown's route tree, man. This is A.J. Brown's route tree, man. How can you blame your quarterback for anything when this is the wide receiver one's route tree? This is the guy who got 11 targets, and this is the routes that he ran. Clearly, what they do is they listen to the media, and then that dictates the game plan for the next week. We didn't give Saquon Barkley the ball one game early in the year. We force-fed him the next week. A.J. Brown and Jeffrey Lurie have a talk. We force-feed A.J. Brown. We don't have a game plan that dictates our identity, and that's the biggest concern for the Philadelphia Eagles. If the Eagles do not win the championship and repeat, it's because we don't have an identity. It's plain and simple, man. It's because we just do not have an identity, and that can't go that can't go without saying. You know what I mean? That's just the facts. We do not have an identity, and that's why we look the way that we look at times, man. That's why we look the way we look at times. When you don't have an identity, these are the things that can happen. You know what I mean? You can get caught slipping. You can get caught slipping if you don't have an identity. We don't have an identity. And I think it's more and more important at this point, honestly, to be able to run the ball, which this might not be the best week. Let's see what Elliot Shore-Parks is talking about the Jalen Hurts madness. I'm interested to see what he's talking about because he's one of the biggest haters, if you ask me.
What's going on, everybody? Wanted to share some thoughts on the recent reporting about from Derek Gunn about Jalen Hurts, and then also just a discussion in general about the offense and who's to blame, because that's kind of what the heart of the reporting is, right? It is who is to blame as to why the offense is not playing well. And the reporting talks about Jalen not being willing to throw into tight windows and frustration from the receivers and the fact that Jalen's not getting them the ball. And I think to anyone that's covered the team for the past year, 2 years, there was nothing shocking in there, right? Like, that is where the frustration is. But here's what I would say, too, about the Jalen Hurts criticism that seems to be coming from people inside the organization. That I think it's true that the reason the passing offense and the offense in general struggles at times is because of Jalen. But the flip side of that is you don't just get to be the person to blame when it's not going well. Last year, there was a lot of debate about how much credit Jalen Hurts deserved for the Super Bowl. Was it the running game? Was it the defense? Here's what this reporting is also showing us. It's always the quarterback. It's always the quarterback, right? If we're going to concede and if we're going to acknowledge that Jalen changes the play, that Jalen decides where the ball goes, that Jalen, dictates so many things. All right, I agree with that. He does dictate a lot of things, and he does control a lot. But that's also why they win a lot. We can't say that when they're losing, it's because of Jalen, and then when they're winning, say it's not because of Jalen. So I think what Derek Gunn reported is true. I think there is frustration from people about how Jalen does things sometimes. But the flip side of that is they win because of Jalen. It's always the quarterback. It's a simple rule in football. You win because of the quarterback and you lose because of the quarterback. And while there's frustrating parts of Jalen's game, for sure, he wins a lot, 24-3 in his last 27 games. So I think both things can be true. The stuff that's reported, not great. It's not things you want to come out. I think it's unfair to Jalen that people seem to be leaking things about him. But to those people, I would say, you also win a lot of games because of him. So those are my thoughts. Talk to you guys later.
And honestly, man, I know I called him a hater, but it's the truth, man. It's the truth, man. It's the truth in what he's saying, bro. It's the truth in what he's saying, because at the end of the day, right? And that was one of his better takes, for real, man. At the end of the day, whoever's leaking this stuff about Jalen Hurts to Derek Gunn, because I don't think Gunn is a liar or nothing like that. I don't. Whoever's leaking these frustrations about Jalen Hurts, you know what I mean? It's crazy, because you could be on a team that's losing. Like Justin Jefferson is slamming his helmet on the side of the damn whatever. Max Crosby is mad after the game yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Myles Garrett is upset all the time. All the time. All the time. You guys don't get to come up, and if you like it, get to put a ring on at a ring ceremony. You guys don't get to come to the parade and have a blast oh my God, we got it done, we got it done, we got it done, and like leak this type of information about your quarterback while you're number one. And how much better do you want to be? Do you want to be 10-0 and have perfect passing games every game of the week? You're in the number one seed, you're 8-2, and you still have room for growth. Like, what do you people expect to do? Go 17-0? Like, I'm confused, man. What do people expect to do? Go 17-0? I like make it make sense. And the fact that people are trying to throw Jalen under the bus now is people are scrambling for blame, bro. They scrambling for blame. You might not like the way he do all things, man. You might not like it, but don't you like dancing in the locker room when you winning? Don't you like dancing in the locker room when you winning? And like, shout out to Nick Sirianni for having his quarterback back too, bro. Shout out to Nick Sirianni, bro, for having a quarterback back, because I've seen that from Nick a lot. When they say Jalen and them, Nick didn't say they changed the play.
Indicated the players and coaches are frustrated with Derek Gunn's reports. I'm sure you know about. Indicated the players and coaches are frustrated with Jalen, and I'm curious how you balance frustration with you win a lot, with Jalen is a big part of it, with you want to be very careful about what you say publicly. How do you balance all of that?
Yeah, sure. I'm not frustrated with him. He goes out there and does his job each week and does a great job of putting us in position to win games. And that's the name of the game. Particularly, for the quarterback, like, what are you doing to win, help your team win football games? And he finds a way to help us win. I love his, attention to detail, and I love his leadership, and I love his, just his mindset of, I'm going to do everything I can do to win this game. Sometimes that means handing it off. Sometimes that means me running it. And sometimes that means me throwing it where I need to throw it. And he does a great job of leading this football team. I mean, when you touch the ball every single play, everything's in your hands, and you directly win and lose football games. And at the quarterback position, because the ball is in your hands so much. And he's just done such a good job of, leading, such a good job of running the offense, such a good job of all the things that require to play quarterback to help put us in positions to win each and every game. And each game looks, like I said, but each game looks a little bit different. And I think we've shown that we can win multiple, different ways. We can win, a game like the Rams, where it's a shootout in the second half. We can win a game where it's a defensive struggle, and a defensive battle.
I respect Nick for backing his quarterback. I respect Nick for backing his quarterback, man. I sincerely do, man. And I'm gonna keep it a beam, man. I don't understand. What do you guys want? What more do you want? You want stats? You want to win? Like, what more are we out here looking for, man? What more are we out here looking for? It don't get tiring at some point? Like, you know what I mean? What are we out here looking for, man? Yes, the offense has to look better. Yes, but we got 2 parades because of this guy, bro. Look at the records, man. Look at the records. We got a parade because of this guy. And I didn't mean to say 2 parades. We got a parade because of this bull, man. And we 8-2. We're about to win the division for the first time since Donovan McNabb. I'm not interested in who like Jalen Hurts or not, bro. I like winning. As a fan, I understand that this is the golden era of Eagles football. We used to think that the McNabb era was the golden era because we just get in the NFC Championship games and losing. We thought that was the golden era. You know what I mean? So I don't care if the reports are true or not. I think this, if those reports are true, whoever's saying that and running to Derek Gunn in the media, man up, be a man and say it, bro. Be a man and go to that man. Be a man. Do what AJ did. Go do what AJ did. Be outspoken about it, bro. Be outspoken about it. Why are you saying it in the shadows? If it's about getting better and if it's about you being frustrated, why are you saying it in the shadows? Because that's what haters do, man. That's what envy looks like. LB, I can't imagine being in the offensive room prepping for a week with Kevin. It's to be exhausting. I don't know. You got to get rid of Kevin Patullo. But it's like if I got a problem with somebody, if I got a problem with a coworker, we got to talk about that, bro. Why are you running to insiders, giving them shit to talk about? So now your quarterback is being torn down during the week when you got a divisional matchup at 8-2. Every week we have to talk for the first 3 days about what a player done said or what somebody done leaked to the media. Every week. Last week was AJ Brown. That led to a meeting. You know what I'm saying? You would think that if what people are saying that could be a detriment to the team's success is leading to meetings with the owner, you wouldn't be talking to Derek Gunn and reporters. You wouldn't be. We in the golden era of the Eagles, and we got chatty patties running around talking to Derek Gunn. Talking to Derek Gunn. Like Derek Gunn's job is to tell what's being said to him. He's not going to keep it low. He's not going to keep it low. He went viral for the week. He cool, bro. Derek Gunn's name is getting talked about. He getting clicks because he spilt beans. He cool. Bro, you know how many times I could have been on Bleacher Report if I leaked what people told me, man? But then I also know that could be a detriment to the team. I was on Bleacher Report from tweeting that Slay was scared to tackle. Me and Slay had a conversation about that. I could have leaked the whole conversation, bro. If I'm about trying to be lit, it's not about trying to be lit, man. If somebody in the locker room come to me and tell me that, yo, bro, anybody, and I'm cool with a couple of these guys. If one of these guys, if I have lunch with one of these guys, like, yo, man, your man, he be blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to click on my camera and tell y'all what was told to me. I don't want to make headlines. I want to be at parades. And salute to Nick Sirianni, because I know this offensive shit has been frustrating. I know this AJ Brown thing has been frustrating. They say Jalen and AJ change plays. They be trying to do other stuff. And Nick go right in front of the podium and say, I made the call. I made the call. That is why I have respect for Nick Sirianni the most. Because Nick Sirianni backs his players. No matter how anybody wanted to look, no matter how anybody want to feel about it, Nick Sirianni go out there and he back his players, bro. And that's admirable. That's admirable, and you got to respect it, because a lot of people ain't doing that, bro. A lot of people ain't doing that, bro. A lot of these quarterbacks get taken to the woodshed when they're not performing right. Jalen is winning games, bro. What is this about? What is life right now? What do we care about, bro? The offense is due for an offensive explosion. I said this when we played in the NFC Championship game. Like, listen, we're due for an offensive explosion. We are. We're due for it against the Dallas Cowboys. They're not good on the back end of that defense. Listen, man, the front four looked elite last night. I don't think they're even that good for real. They played the Raiders, but I'm not taking these guys lightly. This is a true trap game, bro. A true trap game on the road. We haven't scored a bunch of points. I think it's a lot of things that a lot of people aren't talking about. The traveling could be getting to us. We don't have back-to-back home games at all this year. You know what I'm saying? Schoolboy, thank you for the super chat. Get Dabo, Howie. He's home. Oreo O's watching TV. Get somebody to come in there and be a consultant. You know what I mean? That's Jalen, old coach. You had a CJ GJ interview and didn't leak any of it. Because why? Why? Because I knew, and we was on the brink of a Super Bowl when I talked to CJ, because I knew that would make him look crazy and make me look crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to be lit, bro. I'm here to be successful as a fan. A lot of people don't understand that, bro. A lot of people don't understand that, which is why you see a parade for a team that's 5-4-1, bro. Like, come on, bro. I understand that you got to be happy about something. Shit, it could be worse. You could be 3-8. You could be 2-9. I understand it, man. I understand it. But the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm telling you, they are due to open up a can of whoop ass on somebody. And who better than the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday? Is this a 1 o'clock game? Because it damn sure shouldn't be. I don't know if it's America game of the week. I don't know. But who better than the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday? Who better? Who better? Oh, y'all want to talk bad about me? Okay, just make sure y'all catch the ball. Because whoever was talking about Jalen, it better not have been a wide receiver or a pass catcher, because a lot of balls was dropped. against the Detroit Lions. So this shit is coming out after guys dropping ball. Some of this be making me yell bullshit too, bro. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say Derek Gunn is a liar, but how dare anybody, after we have the most drops in the game this year, talk about the quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the super chat. We could have these QBs that's always injured. Be grateful for what you got. Right. It's a 4:30 game. How could anybody? We was dropping passes last week. We were dropping passes last week, and people come out here talking about Jalen.
Derek Gunn's reports, I'm sure.
We were dropping passes last week, and this is A.J. Brown route tree, and somebody talking about Jalen Hurts. Who is it? Who is it? Who talking? Who talking? That's all I want to know, man. Who's doing the talking, bro? Because it don't never line up, bro. And I respect AJ because when AJ has something to say, you know who it was coming from. He ain't apologized, whatever. He had a meeting with Laura. He said, all right, I'm going to chill. Who else is doing the talking, bro? Who else doing the talking? You going to blame a dude that don't do nothing but winning? It's weird, bro. I don't believe Derek Gunn. I don't care y'all talking about he Mount Rushmore or Eagles. I don't believe Derek Gunn because at some point, if you're not going to say who said it, then stop talking about it, bro. When do we get to that point as reporters? This is a trap game. The Cowboys rank number 2 in yards per game and have the number 1 passing offense. We must score points to beat them. I don't think we got to score a lot, but it's a trap game. It's a trap game. You know what I mean? It is what it is. America Game of the Week. Look at the Vikings. And I'm with you on we're due, and also Kelly Green Week. Kelly Green Week on the road? Come on, bro. I just want to know. I want to know because you gonna keep putting your neck out there saying you heard, or is you gonna say who said it, bro? Don't even report on shit that you can't spill the beans about because you don't want to ruin personal relationships, bro. So why even talk about it, bro? Reporting is nothing but gossip, man. Some of these guys go about it in a very gossipy way, bro. In a very gossipy way. And in a way, I feel like, bro, honestly, man, some of this reporting and some of this journalistic shit, it need to be for women, bro. It need to be for women, bro. I just hate when the man say, I have within confidence or sources or this or that. Bro, like, go get a wig, get a pocketbook, get a blouse from Macy's, and go to the nail salon with that he say, she say. If you're not going to say who said it, I don't believe it no more, bro. I don't believe it no more, bro. I don't believe it no more, man. We ain't have to guess what AJ was thinking. He said it. He said there's a lot of people, so name some people then. If there's a lot of people, name 1 or 2 then. Don't name them all. Name the one you like the least. It's a lot of people. Come on, man. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. I don't believe it, bro. I don't believe it, man. I don't believe it, man. Jeff McClain reported that this Jalen stuff is way overblown, and he said, if anybody knows, I know. Of course. Jeff McClain be keeping it solid. Of course. Of course. And then you got Seth joint. Seth, that's my OG too, bro. Then you got Seth on the joint. It's very disheartening. It's disturbing to say the least. But why y'all not saying who's saying it? Why y'all not putting a name on it, bro? That's what I don't like, bro. Keep it all the way solid, bro. If you're gonna report the truth, man. Report the truth. So what you want to have is an informant on your payroll. You want to have a rat around. You want to have a confidential informant in the locker room that you could just get information from and put stories out, but you're not going to say who said it. You're not going to say who said it. Even when rats and informants go to jail, they have to say the CI said this. Even rats got to be held accountable for what they say when they're trying to pin a case on somebody. You're not going to say who said it? You said it then. You said it then. You said it then. Philadelphia media, man, they took a step back, man. It took a step back this year, man. It took a step back this year, man. It took a step back this year in a nasty way, man. And I don't like it. It took a step back this year in a nasty way. In a nasty way. out here doing nail salon, chatty patty shit, bro. Like, come on, man. We here to win football games, man. If y'all don't like the way how winning looks, then go be a part of the Browns, bro. I don't want nobody on my team who got a problem with what winning look like. I don't. We gotta have these conversations, bro.
You know about indicated the players and coaches.
Straight, I think we won 5 straight or something like that. Minnesota, the Vikings, the Packers, and a lot. We went on a 4-game winning streak, man. A 4-game winning streak.
Are frustrated.
A 4-game winning streak. And y'all, bro, every week I'm trying to tell you. You want to know who said it? You want to know who said it? Are we a 2-8 football team? Exactly. I'm confused too. You want to know who said it? Kevin Patullo said it. If I had to guess, Kevin Patullo said it. Kevin Patullo said it. Because nobody talking about this 5th grade or nobody's talking about this pre-K scribble sheet that you call a route pattern for A.J. Brown. Nobody's talking about this pre-K scribble sheet that you call a route pattern for A.J. Brown. We all talking about some make-believe rumors in the locker room of what people think about Jalen Hurts. We're all talking about a lot of people in the organization don't like the way that a guy that's 20 out of the last 27 games is 24-3 operates. A lot of people can't understand how a man that's 24-3 in the last 27 games operate, because that shit is for like Brady and them. That type of win percentage is for the guys like that. You think that people in the organization don't like winning games? One of the best traveling franchises in the league, none of it don't make sense to me, bro. None of it don't make sense to me. This is all a diversion this week to get our eyes off of this. Look at it. Look at A.J. Brown's route pattern, bro. Look at this. Look at this route pattern. Look at this route pattern, bro. Don't you know some of that small motion that you see from guys like St. Brown? How they do a quick motion and then they shoot him up the C gap for separation and confusion. They do that shit for Puka Nacua, St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb. We don't do those things for Smitty or A.J. Brown. This is what we do. This is what we do. We throw a bubble screen at A.J. Brown, bro. Slants and go balls. This is what we do. But everybody has been confused about how trash Kevin Patullo is. Because now the conversation is about Jalen Hurts. Kevin Patullo said that shit to Derek Gunn. You can't make me think nothing else. Because this is perfect. How should I save my ass? Say it's the quarterback fault. Say it's the quarterback fault. The quarterback already gets enough hate for winning. Now let's say that we don't like the way he do things. Think about it. They didn't say players. They said people in the organization. Is definitely a coach. It's definitely a coach. It's definitely a coach, bro. It's definitely a coach. You know what I mean? It's definitely the coach. It's definitely the coach, man. You know what I mean? The more I talk about it, the more I see, bro. I live in the real world, bro. You can't pull the wool over my eyes, bro. I know how people operate. I live in the real world. It's definitely a coach. I'm telling you, it's a coach. Because coaches know that despite the winning, that they could be on the hot seat. They could be on the hot seat. They could be on the hot seat. Despite the winning, it's not looking the way that it's supposed to look. So before they get rid of Jalen Hurts, they'll definitely fire a coach. Hurts is MJ Jr. He will win 3 straight chips, mark my words. They'll definitely fire a coach. So the coaches are scrambling. Everybody is probably looking at the passing game coordinator and Aaron Moorhead, I believe. Or the wide receiver coach. It's a lot of people that the passing game coordinator, the wide receiver coach, the OC. A lot of people are being looked at because why does the passing game look like this when we've seen it be better? So it got to be a coach, bro. It got to be a coach. It's a coach or I'm calling BS. It's a coach I'm calling BS. Jalen Hurts is looking like a stressed out father trying to put Candy Crush on the iPad to a toddler when he's talking to KP on the sideline with the tablet. He looks like he's trying to download games for a toddler. Like, golly, you want to play another game? You already done got ketchup and gum on my shit. You already got sticky fingers on my screen. You forgot you locked yourself out the iPad. He looks so frustrated talking to Kevin Patullo. It's a coach. It's a coach, man. It's a coach. It is a coach. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, we're going to see. We're going to see at the end of the day. We're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see, man. And it's unfortunate that it's come to the quarterback. Instead of trying, bro, we have so many examples. The guy been to 2 Super Bowls, man. We have so many examples of things that he does well. Why wouldn't you hire somebody that specializes in those things? Why would you give the keys to a Ferrari to a guy like Kevin Patullo? And it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's all I'm saying, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Who else would know that Jalen and AJ did their own thing when they played besides the coach? Of course. Of course. It's a coach. It's all making sense now, bro. It's all making sense now. Kevin Patullo is very oppy. Think about it. It's his first job. He's never been under this much scrutiny. His name has never been even talked about this much. He's stressed, probably. He's stressed. He's stressed. But like I said, it is what it is, man. It definitely is what it is. And we have a game that needs to be played on Sunday. And the game got to be played on Sunday. We got to do what we got to do, bro. But like I said, man, I'm going to let y'all get to it, man, after we talk about the sponsors. This video is brought to you by Sleeper. You know what I mean? Sleeper is matching you $100, $100 deposit on your first $100. Get with Big Sleeper if you want to take advantage of that for sure. All you got to do is use code LBSBMVP. And they also still got the free $20 entry. Only Sleeper does that, bro. I am going to do some amazing videos this week. I'm going to tell you right now. I think that we end the Dallas Cowboys season if we beat them on Sunday. And I think that we stamp ourselves, you know what I mean, that much closer to getting to that number 1 seed with this win on Sunday, America's Game of the Week. So, like I said, man, buckle up. It's going to be a wild, wild ride. Y'all know the vibes.
Step back and watch the step cook.
You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb. I'm a G, I know how a G17 works. I'm a beast, I done moved grass all on this turf. Before the pandemic, face mask gonna work, yeah. Feast with the guys, glad bag full of work. Used to help Miss Diane with her bags out of church, cause she let us play them steps from the first to the first. It's like we shared clothes, your dirt was my dirt. You don't need to have a foreign, I saw minivan skirts. We had bitches on the bus, I ain't never chased no skirt. Diamond chains cause I'm up, she just think I'm trying to flirt. When the lights hit my chain, all my diamonds do the jerk, yeah. Deep in the rap, don't miss your blessings in the verse. Making by a storefront, you're more precious than the purse. If you gotta have that purse,